All right, staying in the city, it is struggling to house the busloads of migrants who have been arriving from Texas on a daily basis. New York Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis is here. Congresswoman, good morning to you. What do you think should be done with the migrants arriving in the city?
Well, first of all, I think we need to stop it at the root of the problem, which is, we need to secure our border. We need to reinstate Remain in Mexico. We need to continue to give the CBP the tools that they need to control the border and not give it up to the drug cartels that are human trafficking and drug trafficking. That's really where the problem relies and should be solved. However, if I were the mayor, I'd be quite frankly calling on our president to stop this madness. It's unsustainable for our nation to have millions of individuals crossing and then to send them all over the country where we don't know where they are, what their intentions are. And I know many of these people, like my parents, are coming for a better life, and that's fine. But the thing is, the taxpayers cannot be on the hook to pay for their housing, their education, and their health care. And here in New York, our governor has chosen to put hundreds of millions of dollars aside to support these individuals with free health care, benefits that even some of our senior citizens don't receive. And then on top of that, the mayor wants to spend hundreds of millions more to house them when we have our own homeless crisis that we need to deal with, even veterans that still need housing and seniors that can't afford the housing that they're in.
Also galling is that the Biden administration is reportedly the ones paying to bus these illegal migrants to New York. And an official in El Paso says they're actually using FEMA funds to foot the bill. They're taking money away from the Federal Emergency Agency and using it for this. I mean, that's just a double slap, right?
It is a double slap, and I'll tell you, in my district of Staten Island, we had severe flooding from Ida last year, and guess what? So many of their claims had been denied by FEMA. These are tax-paying Americans who are not getting the assistance that they need to get their housing back in the way it was pre-hurricane, but now on top of it, they're seeing this. So it is a slap in the face, and I think our government's priorities is just simply backwards.
Yeah, I agree. Now, I've got to get into this issue. The governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, is being slammed for telling Republicans, get out of town. Listen to this, and I want your comment.
We're fighting to bring government back to the people and out of the hands of dictators. And we're here to say that the era of Trump and Zeldin and Molinaro, just jump on a bus and head down to Florida where you belong, okay? Get out of town. Get out of town. Because you don't represent our values. You are not New Yorkers. You're not New Yorkers.
Well, that's quite incendiary. Columnist David Marcus tweeted in response, Hochul is flat out attacking not just GOP politicians, but GOP voters. This is just normal behavior for Democrats now. I would argue, Congresswoman, that Republicans have been getting out of town because of high regulation, high taxes, high crime. They needed to get to Florida to enjoy more freedom and a better way of life. What say you?
It's not just Republicans, it's Democrats, it's independents, and the governor right there is saying that she has no intention to fix the skyrocketing crime. She has no intention to fix the high taxes. She has no intention of stopping this ridiculous congestion pricing, $23 fee to drive into Manhattan. And she has no intention to put the public safety first and American citizens first. So that's all you need to know, and I think people do need to vote for Lee Zeldin if they want a change. And 3/4 of New Yorkers say that public safety is their #1 issue. Those people should not be voting for Kathy Hochul in November.
Do you sense any sea change, Congresswoman? It's been a tough go, let's be honest. The number of Democrats far outweigh the number of Republicans. But some of these policies and the damage they've done, is this going to finally be reflected at the ballot box, do you think?
Well, it should be. As I said, New Yorkers are expressing anger through the polling for the policies put in place by this governor. I mean, just the fact that she wants to continue to spend the taxpayers' money on crazy things, like I said, the hundreds of millions of dollars for health care for illegal immigrants, giving them free tuition, college assistance, giving them stimulus payouts, by the way, that American citizens didn't earn. If you were a 90-year-old, a single mother with 3 children, you received nothing if you earned $90,000 or more. But guess what? If you were here illegally, you didn't have to prove any income, and you were able to get a check from Governor Kathy Hochul. So it's the backwards priority that has got people very. There's a reason why New York's budget is twice that of the state of Florida, yet Florida has millions of more residents, and they have zero income tax, and that is why people are leaving there. It's not just Republicans. It is Democrats and independents and people of all party stripes who just want reasonable government. And New York is one of the states that lost the most population last year. Hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers have fled.
Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis continuing to fight the good fight here in New York, and we thank you for joining us this morning, Congresswoman. Thank you very much.